We are live. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony, and this is Tony's Tractor Adventure. We got
Joe the Farmer. How y'all doing?
Joe the Farmer. Let me turn my email off. So
Subbing River Valley. My brother. I think I finally got the name right too.
Right?
I practiced in my spare time.
Let's see what we got here in comments. Who got it? Got a few people. 9 people showed up. Y'all, hey, do us a favor, and I know we do this every week, but go ahead and throw us a where you're from and tell us what kind of tractor you got this time. How about that? Let's start off that way. So, Joe, what do we got? What we got going on today?
Man, it's been hot, brother. It's been hot.
Oh yeah.
And I am glad to be in the house. I'm glad to be in air conditioning. Glad to have water and just be cool for once. Because I know you've been out on the farm.
I do.
Sweating yourself to death too, right?
Right. We're working on the cabin in 102, 105 degree heat indexes, and we are. It's fun, and I'm glad I'm healthy enough to do it. I really am.
Amen.
That's it's a blessing that I'm 55 years old and I can still climb up and down ladders and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But man, we've got all kind of our friends are back. We're getting some people that come here every Tuesday, so that's awesome. It's becoming got a little group. We got a clique now.
I like it, man. We got a little gang. Oh, Farm All Fanatics in the house, Pennsylvania.
Right.
Got Bob Purrs in the house. We got Tap That Sugar Shack, Kevin Fee, Villa Roundabout, the Rusty Garage and Homestead.
They're going so fast. I can't click them fast enough. I'm trying to get everybody up there.
Anthony Wallace. Thank you all for coming back.
It's my boy. This my boy here. He's got a Frontier sawmill, and we've been kind of chatting back and forth. And he just let you know, man, I'm wearing that OS 35 hydraulic out. It's been fun. It's made sawmilling absolutely fun.
Real estate just went down. Hank's here.
Oh no. Yep.
What you've been up to, man? Tell me what you're working on. What's coming up in your videos? What can we expect from Tony's Tractor Adventure?
Well, obviously, we're just going to continue. Really, right now, we are going to get serious about the cabin. That's our big thing. Also, I'm building a sawmill shed, and we're going and putting board and batten. We're cutting all the boards and hanging them out at the same time. So we're literally like cutting, hanging the board, cutting, hanging the boards. So that's very cool. Neat. So building green. I'm trying to get all these people clicked here. You guys bear with me.
Hank said, "I'll see myself out."
Yeah.
Oh, just come on, buddy. You guys
come on. Don't take it that way, man.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, Hank is my other Christian brother. Me and him are prayer warriors for each other. So a brother from another mother.
Joe, you need me to shoot your very best buck while you shoot your second best buck this year. Fair enough.
That's right. That's right.
I'll tell you, what's funny is that I've got these things behind me just because I think they look really cool and because I'm proud of them. But I'm not a very good hunter. We'll just put that out there. I've been very lucky. I'm being blessed, man. It's right place, right time. And I don't have a fancy, play button to put behind me. So I just figured I'd put that behind me. So.
Speaking of that, I want to just turn this around here. So our guest tonight is going to be Jake from ITC Quick Attach. And he sent us this sign. Show him your sign too. Joe the Farmer. And if you
I haven't got it up yet. I'm gonna make myself. So I originally came on this live with Tony, and I was honored to do so. And then we talk all the time. We talk for about an hour before this live, by the way. So we just figured we'd co-host it together and have some fun with it. But I'm going to make myself a little bit more proper of a presentable of an area for everyone to watch.
Right.
But well, man, I sent Tony a video.
Oh yeah, let's just show. Can I show it now?
Let me share. Let me try to set it up.
Go ahead. Set it up.
Let me set this up. So. You guys know that I'm the newest member of the TYM team, and this is not the tractor that I'm working with TYM with. This is one we picked up, but this is a 2515H. And what's so special about this tractor is that this is the first time my wife Holly had ever operated a tractor. Period. Like she's driven our Ventrac a bunch, which we love our Ventrac, but she'd never operated a tractor, never operated a front end loader. And I took a video of this just in the background to show how approachable that machine is for someone. And I thought I'd brag on my wife for a little bit because she's talented. So roll that beautiful bean footage.
Well, I'm gonna ruin it a little bit. I would have not guessed this was her first time.
It's like, it was uncanny how good she was with. And the funny part is, she's like, "Hey, some gate fell down behind the tractor barn. You want to help me go lift that up?" This was not like Tractor Supply Tartar brand gate. This thing was straight solid steel. Like, it was heavy. We never would have gotten it up, but I mean, you'll see. I mean, she was awesome.
I'm gonna roll it.
No hesitation.
Yeah, you married up, man. I'm just saying.
No hesitation.
Yeah, that takes some skill. I mean,
look at her easing into that thing too. It's not like,
no.
This is literally 5
understands.
minutes into operating a tractor. 5 minutes.
Good looking tractor, man.
Yeah. It's insane how easy it is to operate. Like, I'm so used to power shuttle and just bigger machines, and Rusty Garage and Homestead, identical.
Yep, that's impressive. That's impressive right there. Hey, but before we get too many people on and get off, because sometimes people have to go. Listen, we're doing a giveaway, and I say we're doing a giveaway. Jake from ITC is doing a giveaway, and I've got some pictures of what he's going to be giving away in this video. Right here is one, and don't hold me exactly to if it's that particular exactly. It's a chainsaw holder, and then a let's see here, a green toolbox. It's gonna be a toolbox. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly like that, but I know it's a toolbox, and this something very, very similar to that. And what you have to do is write in the comments in lowercase. What did we say?
I think we said something like Hank is BFF number 2.
Hank is BFF. No, it's all you got to do is type in hashtag Homestead Live, all one word. Hashtag Homestead Live, all lowercase, and you're entered to win. And there's 2 things, but you can only win one of them. You can only win one of them. All right, so we've got that going for us. Hey, Jake's sitting there waiting. He's here now, and so we're ready to bring him on in just a second. But let's talk about who we got coming up in some future videos here. I think next week we've got Troy from Red Tool House. If you guys don't know, I met him at the Norwood open house in Canada a couple 3 weeks ago, and it's so funny. A funny story, just to kind of set it up, is that I was really into looking at sawmills way back when I was still in the Army and I was deployed to Afghanistan. I was watching Troy's video in Afghanistan. So that was, and then to be, just stand there at the show and he was standing right beside me. I'm like, man, you look so familiar. And then to find out who he is, like, dude, I watched you in Afghanistan, and you're one of the reasons I have a sawmill right now. So I don't know if I should, be happy that I met him or not, because sawmills cost. No, I enjoyed it. He's a great dude. So he's going on next week, Tuesday, and then the week after that, I believe it's the week after that. I might have to look on the calendar real quick. I don't want to give you bad information. Let's see. Week after that is Evan.
It's a good one. Evan, Country View Acres.
Country View Acres. So he
does so great. He's got such. He's nicest guy in the world too.
Yeah. I guarantee I agree with that 100%. He is, and meeting him in person, and he is exactly the same person in real life that he is, in on video. When you meet him in person, it's like for the first time, you're not shocked. Sometimes you'll meet somebody and they're a little bit different than they are on video, and
like me,
like you. Now you're pretty straight up too. All right, before we get going, man, I got to do our sponsor for our channel. Let's show our little ad. You ready?
Here we go.
Design your world with the TYM sweepstakes. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary in the US with a chance to win one of 2 TYM 3515 hydrostatic tractors. Share your story of how you'd use your brand new TYM tractor on your property for a chance to win. Snap a pic or short video of your yard, field, or project. Describe how you'd use the versatile, shiny red TYM 3515 hydrostatic tractor. Register and upload it at the link provided in the video description. Want extra entries? Share on LinkedIn. Keep up with the giveaway by following TYM on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Well, there you go. So at the bottom of this video, in the video description after this live is over, there's all the link where you can go, get a chance to win a 3515 tractor. That's pretty cool. They're giving 2 tractors away. And that's 45 days from now. So it's not like one of those things you win and find out 2 years from now. It's one of them things. 45 days from now, they're going to give those away, and some more interesting information about that coming later on in some of the upcoming lives. But let's see. Go ahead, talk about it.
I was just going to say, one other thing I was going to say too is that I want to get everyone's opinion on. We were talking about doing, like, as we're going into deer viewing season, because other people I think enjoy deer viewing as well. We're talking about having some actual deer viewing. Like, how dare you? Having some expert, like some friends of mine that, I mean, they know more about whitetail and wildlife management than anyone. I mean, and I'll let them take the Pepsi challenge on that. So if you guys are interested in that, we're having some discussions and see, like, how do you feel about veering off tractors a little bit? Maybe talk about food plots, using your tractor, your tiller, and some of that stuff. I think it'd be fun. I would enjoy that.
I would say a high percentage of our viewers are hunters, or at least interested in it. And I mean, I'm going to put some videos out here pretty soon, because I'm going to be doing my food plots for my viewing lanes.
That's right.
So my deer viewing lane. So yeah, I'd like to know there in the comments. You guys tell us if you'd be interested in something like that. Look at there. I didn't even see that. Farm off. Thank you so much. And then we got our brother Hank up here. Hey, I got this button over here. I told him I was going to push this button whenever somebody did a look at there. Will it blink?
Can I do mine too before we bring Jake in real quick? This is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just in case.
I tell you, it looks like a
ATF is looking for my stuff.
Right. Well, it's just the red and black. It's like a Kentucky state trooper. They got red and blue. Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate that more. We're not rich.
Hank is.
Hank's rich. Yeah, Hank is really. Yeah. It's filthy rich. It's not even funny. All right, we've talked a whole lot. I think we're ready to bring on our guest, and this is Jake from ITC Quick Attach, and he is a cool dude I met in person at a SR1. Their tractor company up in Maine. They had a big tractor show, and we met there and just hit it off. He's just a great dude. We got some of his product. Just to be transparent, we're not sponsored by him. We just really like the guy and like his product. So with no further ado, got anything before we bring Jake on? All right, here he goes. Joe the Farmer. Thank you, man. I love the sign too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's just so cool.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Jake, what's up, buddy?
Oh, living the dream, buddy.
Yeah. So I got your website pulled up, and we can go take a look around there. But tell us a little bit about what your company's doing, and just tell us who you are.
Sure.
That's a big question, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, you hit me with two different things: who I am and who the company is. So we'll start with the company. That's why I'm here, right?
Right.
So ITC Quick Attach. We make attachments for tractors, mainly. Some of it can be used on side-by-sides and excavators and other outdoor power equipment. We've got stuff for zero turns. But hey, Hank, how you doing? We met Hank up in Maine too.
Yep.
So the main thing that ITC stands for is interchangeable tool carrier, and we have a kind of a universal mounting platform, mainly for tractors. Like I said, some other stuff. And we've got a loader mount and a ROPS mount. And then pretty much all of our attachments that we make can interlock into either mount. So you can go from carrying a chainsaw on your ROPS to throwing it up on your loader, or maybe you keep a toolbox on your loader all the time. And then when you need your chainsaw, you throw your toolbox up on the ROPS, you throw your chainsaw on the loader. So you can move things around and kind of mix and match. And yeah, that's kind of what it's all about. Since then, we've expanded into some other things, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Still, we're struggling with the mic a little bit. I heard you, but so
I'll just
I got
move a little bit closer to the mic.
Oh yeah,
There
that's
you
good.
go.
There you
That's
go.
Because it's out of extension. I'll just rip it off the ceiling.
There you go, man. That when you got real close, that was like a Barry White thing. Like, hey, I'll just rip this out to see.
So did it change quite a bit on us?
Yeah. It's really you're right here with us now.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good deal.
Hey, before we get to you, and you're talking about the things that you have, you want to let me jump over to the website, and then you can kind of guide us around. Tell me where you want to go.
Sure.
Because you got, I think we can talk about it, but showing pictures, I'm a picture guy. I don't read directions, and I like the pictures. So here we go. We'll jump over there, and let's see here. All right, tell me where you want to go. I got chainsaw carriers.
Right.
You want to start there?
Well, we'll start off right with the homepage. We're currently in the middle of a sweepstakes for an MS 400C. So we are going to be, that runs till the end of the month. It's free to enter, and we're going to be giving that away to somebody. We gave away that chainsaw up in Maine, if you remember, Tony.
I do remember that.
We had that. That was a smaller steel, and people really liked that, so we figured we'd give away another one. So we've got that in the homepage. And then as far as our CAD, go ahead.
So before we go too much further, you're going to be giving two things away on this live stream. Can you kind of tell us what it is and along the way when we get there?
I could show you.
All right. Well, let me come back over to the live stream.
We can go into that at some point.
All right. Let's just show me that, and we'll go back to the.
Sure. So this is our fixed mount chainsaw carrier. So this one is in white, and it's a little special. We'll hold this back up. So this one's a little special because we don't have any other white ones. I've never made another white one, and I don't like powder coating white, so I probably won't make another white one. But it's essentially two pieces. When you bolt it together, everything all interlocks together. So it's a piece of 11 gauge steel that is lined with this HDPE, and then it's got a little slot, so we can get to focus on that. It's got a little slot for your bar to go down, and if your bar is longer than the carrier, it'll pass out the bottom. Included, this mounts on your loader, so included in that is a spot to put a wedge and file and a chainsaw wrench. So you have everything you need right with you. And then because this is made the way that it is, with two 90-degree bends in this 11 gauge steel, as Tony's learned, it's pretty durable and strong. You can pretty much do whatever you want to it.
I'll tell a story about that. So we're first time when I first met Jake, he was bragging about how well that was built, and he's like, "Here, just see if you can bend it." So I'm like putting my feet on the floor under a tractor, pulling out on the chainsaw holder with everything I got, and I can't move it. And then just to make it even to prove the point even more, I'm driving around in the woods, and I run into a tree with the chainsaw holder on the side, and it's just clamped on. It's spun it around. And instead of taking a wrench and loosening it back up and putting it back right, I just went and took back into the tree and pushed it back around. Literally, it did not bend it. And the chainsaw was in the holder the entire time that happened. So no damage to the chainsaw. And that's what the whole purpose of it is to protect your chainsaw and have it handy. So
one thing I'd like to add to that, Tony.
Go ahead.
If you by chance ever do damage or wear this thing out, this liner is fully replaceable. So we designed this so you can just pull these 10 bolts out and take out the liner and put in a new one. I've never had anyone need a new liner, but we offer a lifetime warranty on the liner for our ITC saw boss, which we'll look at. It's a little bit different design than this, but overall concept is the same.
You want to go there now?
We can go there.
All right, here we go.
So that's going to go under chainsaw carriers.
All right.
And it's going to be your second listing. So the difference in the two carriers is really the fact that this one's designed to be removed, like quick detach, part of our ITC system. So you pull a pin, you can pull this carrier off. The other advantage that this particular carrier has, if you keep going in the pictures, you'll find some with a silver box behind it. And that's a chain box, or what we call a chain box. Well, it should be on there somewhere.
So that can come off you can actually take that off your machine and like hang it. You could put a carrot, like a mount or something in your barn or garage and just set it in there when you're not using it? Is that right?
Yeah, we have a wall mount. So
Oh,
it's
that's
just
cool.
a piece of steel with our logo in it, so you can hang it up on the wall when you're not using it.
What's your
and if you
background, Jake? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. I think it was a slow delay, but I always get on Tony for cutting people off. That's my
There you
go.
Yeah, so there's the chain box. So that you see the 4 holes in the outside of it. That's the same pattern as on the back of the chainsaw carrier. So the 2 of them can get bolted together.
That's cool. Yeah, what's your background? How did you kind of come up with all this stuff?
I think that's a long conversation, and we can definitely jump into that. But my background is a diesel mechanic, so
how'd you get into fabrication?
It takes a little bit to go from one to the other. We can go down that rabbit hole if you want to.
Well, that was a big jump from being a diesel mechanic to fabric. Well, I don't know. I guess as a diesel mechanic, you do some fabrication, but you're obviously a talented engineer.
Yeah.
So I grew up on a farm, right? So we're always building things,
right?
And
too poor to buy something new, right?
Yeah, something like that. So I was working for a company. I was a full-time maintenance coordinator. So we had a fleet of forklifts in our warehouse, and then we had a fleet of delivery trucks. And then so I ran the shop for that. And I actually just had my first daughter, came back from the 3 days that I took off to do that, and found out that the company was selling. So kind of out of a job out of nowhere. And I decided to randomly buy myself a little 2x2 CNC plasma table because one of my buddies was talking about it, and I thought it was a cool tool. Figured I'd use it for making stuff for myself, or maybe a little bit to sell, make some little parts and odds and end pieces for around the farm to repair equipment, because most of our hay equipment's from like the 70s and 80s. And started there and kind of grew it into where we are and just kept upgrading equipment and learning. And I'm a person that likes to learn. I'm always learning something new. You know, when I got into making some of this like film and video, I went down a huge rabbit hole and learned a whole bunch of stuff on audio equipment and video equipment. And obviously the audio equipment stuff I need to check in on because we're having some mic problems, but I just like to learn.
Put some diesel on how to fabricate yourself a new microphone. You get it all set.
Yeah. So I learned how to 3D model. That made a big difference. You know, and if you were to look at our products and how they were released and when they were released, you could almost see where I learned how to 3D model. You know, because when I first started, I didn't. You know, and as time went on, I got better at modeling, and the design of parts kind of started to change, and we upgraded equipment so we could make different things. And yeah, so our products are evolving kind of as my own skill set is.
So
it's awesome.
I think this has come a long way from when we were at a show. We actually talked about these products right here, like your, your skid plates and protection for your tractor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big. So I think this is one of the things. As me, as somebody that's been in the woods, I think these are priceless. And I'm definitely going to do this for the 474 because I'm in the woods with that thing constantly. And I put the mulcher on the back of the tractor, and it does throw things up under it. And there's been times that I know that if I had this on here, I would have not had sticks get up in my brake lines. You know, it's got the metal brake linkages. So that's pretty neat right there.
Well, especially for those of us that use that Baumolite brush mulcher. I mean, any kind of protection you can have with that thing, because that's such an amazing tool.
Right. I think that is a game changer right there, because there's so many of us that are taking their home, building their homesteads. We're thinking, we're out in the woods. We're, I didn't, when I first started this, I had no idea how in depth it would be, but your tractor basically becomes a little, mini skid steer. I mean, or not skid steer, but a skidder, basically a little mini skidder. You know, it's not meant for that, but when you can add that kind of protection on your tractor, they're big investments. They need to be protected. And I'll tell you, there's been a couple of times that I've had some sticks get up under my tractor and it get wedged in the brake linkage. are the hydrostatic linkage. And it's been a little scary because I thought, man, I've damaged my tractor, and I actually have bent the brake linkage and have the brake stop. You know, it's dragging. I had to go out and straighten the brake linkage back out so that the brake wouldn't drag. So I think that product we were looking at was, I think that was for real important for those people that are doing any kind of, if you're doing landscaping at all, or if you're out in the woods at all, I think that is a big deal.
And we've got a lot going on in the comment section, Tony. I'm not sure if you're seeing that or not, but apparently
I'm trying to see it all.
Hank was a model. Then I said he was a catalog model.
Who was this?
Your BFF number 2.
All right.
And Subbing River Valley says that Hank was a model inmate, which I can see that.
Yeah.
A lot of folks joining. Hey, by the way, not every comment is going. We're going on multiple lives here. We're on like Facebook, 2 YouTube channels. So if it looks like there's like, I'm trying to reply to some comments here too. Some things aren't showing up in all places. So just don't, I'm not being rude and like sitting here texting, you know, my friends or anything. Like they're actually all on this live anyway. So
it's a good point right here. If you hadn't seen or touched any ITC products in person, you're missing out. It is. I mean, like I said, I wasn't kidding about the fact that I hit a tree and, you know, literally twisted it around. And then instead of taking it loose, I just backed into the tree on the other side and straightened it back out. And never bent the product or damaged my chainsaw at all. It's not ideally what you want to do, but you know, he said test it.
You know, Tony, there's a video somewhere and I could find it, but I took one of these fixed mount carriers, you know, like the ones we're giving away,
right?
And I just took the frame piece, so I left the plastic, everything out of it. And I went over to a friend's logging job and grabbed a hold of it with a grapple and then was using it as a shovel to dig in the ground with his excavator.
I seen that video.
Yeah, it took a little while, but I was able to get it to bend. But it took a little bit. It did better than I expected it to.
Well, I mean, that's extreme for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It was just for fun.
I got to give, but that's still pretty impressive. Like I got to give my nephew some love here. Hello, nephew. So let's see. I got a question about the brush card. Okay, hey, don't forget, if you want to win the chainsaw carrier or the toolbox carrier, you got to type in hashtag Homestead Live. Hashtag. If you don't type in hashtag Homestead Live at least one time, I mean only one time. It's only count one time, so that you don't go type it in 5,000 times. It ain't gonna help you. But hashtag Homestead Live, and Jake's going to give away the chainsaw holder and that toolbox holder. And those are handy. I have them all. There you go. I see it coming out now.
Hello, Miss Linda Joe. How are you today?
Got some Homestead Lives. You guys are missing out. Got 57 people on there. We need to see 57 hashtag Homestead Live. All lowercase.
So, Jake, I know you make a brush guard for a handful of them. Are you trying to expand that? Or is that kind of, because I don't know if the brush guards for a lot of the TYM tractors are kind of the same, you know, when it comes to the series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because like Tony, is the 474 the same as the 574 as far as a brush guard? Do you know?
No, they're a little bit different. So
are they?
Well,
yeah.
There's a little bit to that. So recently, there's been a guard change on TYM side where they actually have changed the 494 and the 574, and they made it just a touch taller. The 474 guard still fits it, or at least our screen insert. There's about an 1.5 inch gap. And then I've got a bunch of them on the shelf. I haven't made the website listing yet, but we've got one that's just a little bit taller. And then in the 574 and the 494, the headlights are a lot higher above the top of that guard. And we have another one that's extended right there in the middle, Tony. Yep.
There you go.
So we've got another one that's extended that goes about 8 inches above the top of the guard. And then we add bends on all 3 sides to kind of increase the strength of that part.
I seen this at the show. That was at the main show in Augusta. And it was definitely very well built.
Yeah, no, that's so smart too. I mean, gosh, those hoods are so light now.
Sure.
And you know, it takes nothing for a stick to go through there and really ruin your day.
You pretty much got the full lineup of TYM in Branson. Looks like
We're missing a few. And I would like to check the boxes for those few. The problem for me is getting a hold of OEM guards.
right.
So
Well,
occasionally I can get my hands on one and then we're good. But
I know a guy.
me too. And Brian, if you're in here, I'm still looking for that 654 guard. I don't know if he's here though.
Let's see here. All right. We got a lot of people that apply. So I've got this running in the background. Let's see. Start collecting. All right,
I think I definitely want one for the 2515. And my tractor, I actually talked today with the dealership on my new TYM that's coming, and I should have it by this time next week, which is exciting. It's already at the dealership. It's being prepped, and sure they're greasing up the wheels or whatever they do, and I'm excited about that.
So listen, guys, I have to apologize. I need you to type in hashtag Homestead Live again. And the reason being is because you have to push go. It's the first time I've ever done it.
That's okay. Yeah. I think people will enjoy it.
Let's see here. Can you guys see this when no. Anyway.
I'm going to type it in too and see if I can win. I won't accept it if I win. I'm just saying I want to see if I do. I
already did it. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it counts. It's got a giveaway to it. Right now it's still showing one entry. Let me refresh this screen, see what happens.
Lucas wanted to know if you make these for BXs also.
So the Kubota lineup is something that we do not currently have on our ITC website.
There we go. It's working. It's working. I got 28 entries. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. This stuff is new to me. So Ed from hometown My Clutter Garage, he's the one who got me doing it. I didn't even know that it existed, and he showed me how to give away. So we got some giveaways getting ready to come out. Do you let's see, we're halfway through right now. Do you want to do one giveaway right now, Jake?
Sure.
All right. Well, we're gonna.
I will say, did you have to play the TYM ad of them giving away tractors though?
Well, yeah, I kind of do. They sponsor our channel. They sponsor our lives, so yeah, kind of do.
It was a good week for that one.
Yeah. And we're gonna be doing that for the next 45 days, or the next probably five of our lives will be that, because it's going all the way to, I think it's September the 15th. So let me see if I can.
We're gonna try and mix some things up too. Make this really interesting. I think that for this live, it's really just all of us enjoying each other's company. Yeah, just talk. Yeah. I mean, we've got a little bit of tractor beef going on. Rusty Garage and Homestead is reminding Lucas from Peaks Hobby Homestead that he has the wrong color tractor. So
it's all good fun though.
It's like gangs. You start showing your colors and territory, right. And
I will say this about the tractor community. We all give each other, we poke at each other about the color of the tractor and the brand of tractor, but man, we're generally good people. I mean, the community is just really good people.
We love all tractors, man. All tractors are good. Even new tractors, old tractors, there's just something about them.
All right, what I'm going to do here is you guys got to bear with me. I'm going to remove that from the studio. I'm going to bring up a share screen, and I'm going to the giveaway tool here. So I'm going to share this with you guys so we can all see it together. So when Hank wins this, if he wins this, because I mean he's put it in there like 27 times, you'll know that I didn't cheat. So you ready? Got 31 entries. So this is the first one. Which one is it going to be, Jake? What are you giving away first?
Why don't we let the winner pick?
Oh, that's good. I like it. I like the way you think.
That's really good. Oh, yeah. I like that.
All right, here we go. Draw.
I thought it was me. Chad Embry.
Awesome. Look at there.
Let's go.
Let's go. So Chad, do me a favor.
That's a violent icon there.
It really is.
Chad, everything okay at home? What's going on there, buddy?
Chad, do me a favor. It's Tony's Tractor Adventure .com. I have a contact me page. Just reach out on that contact me page. Tell me who you are and your address, and I'll respond back to you by email. And we'll get this to Jake, and he'll get it to you. How about that?
Chad's an electrician. Looks like he's an electrician. Okay, that makes more sense.
That does make more sense.
And it makes me a lot more comfortable too, because I would not want to make Chad upset.
Yeah, don't want to make Chad upset for sure. So, all right. Now I got to do my thing, man. We got some useless information. We've been 30 minutes into this live, and I've not given any useless information. That is crazy. All right. A day on Venus is longer than a year. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Venus takes about 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the sun, making a Venus day longer than its year. Useless information.
I think Hank's joke. I think Hank's joke is better than that information. Hank's joke is better than that information.
Where's his joke at?
Says people are usually shocked when they find out that I'm not an electrician. That's for Chad.
No, Hank he got a joke for everything. I did stupid jokes for several lives, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, you should just make sure, like I said, Tony's Tractor Adventure.com. You can log on there, and I have a contact me page. Just hit me up there, and we'll get you lined up for that. Which one do you tell us here on the live? Which one you want, so we know up in advance. It's out there for everybody.
He's got to go with that white chainsaw holder. That thing's awesome.
I know. I'm kind of. You seen Tony? I seen both Joe the Farmer and Tony's name like rotate through there. So
yeah. I thought we were close, and I was gonna. I already said I wouldn't take it, but
I wouldn't either. But it's still funny.
So I think Chad already has one of our ITC saw bosses. I could be wrong, but I think I recognize the name.
That's the best part about working with like a small business. Yeah. When somebody recognizes a name,
yeah, I mean that's cool.
You're not just a number. That's pretty cool.
You know, I saw one of the comments said something about manufacturing facilities, and I'd like to clarify that on that. He said something about being manufactured in numerous places around the country, and everything is actually built right here in upstate New York. So we're manufacturing all of our products in-house. We don't sub out manufacturing.
So 100% American made. Love it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Don't forget me, Dan. Don't forget me. Make sure you put me. Tell me which one you want, and then because we got to give another one away.
All right, Chad, we're waiting, man. You got to tell us what you want.
Yeah, he's still doing the happy dance.
You could send me your old one. Send me your old saw boss, because and I'll use that, and you can use the really nice new white one.
So we were talking about, somebody was talking about being a welder, and I always say I'm not a welder. I'm a qualified melter. So I just melt stuff together and it holds. It's not pretty.
Smelter.
Yeah, I'm a smelter. Yeah.
Smelter. Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever. Listen, a grinder can make everything look so much better.
Sir,
all right,
I'd love to learn.
I got to do this to you again because I'm kind of behind.
Chad needs to know the list of items real quick. So, chainsaw holder and the
toolbox. All right, let me pull it up here for you. Or there you go. We got.
Our model has it.
And Vanna says,
"You got to smile while you're doing it, Jake."
Yeah, you got to smile. There you go. I wish I could do a quick picture of that. That was hilarious.
Somebody will get a screenshot out of the video when it's posted.
There you go.
So those are our two options.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, you can hear that stuff.
I don't remember why I have a white one.
Huh?
I don't remember why I even have the white one. We made it at one point for something.
Snow tractor.
Snow camo snow tractor.
Snow camo snow tractor. Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna catch up real quick. I'm gonna give you bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Botanically speaking, bananas fit the definition of a berry, while strawberries do not. This makes a surprising twist in the fruit world. Yeah, that blew me away when I found out tomatoes were fruits.
Yeah, seeds on the inside.
Yep.
So I have some questions on my side that
Go
it's
ahead.
not just slowly coming over, but Laura Rivera said, "Is a tractor too large to use planting a half-acre food plot?" No,
not at all.
I didn't mean to sound snarky when I said that. The reason I'm saying no like that is that it's a very expensive way to plant a half-acre food plot. If you have a tractor and you already use it for mowing and tilling and your garden and all the other things you could, I mean, these things are the Swiss Army knives of machines. You can just do anything with them.
Right.
So if you have one, absolutely. But really, I mean, you just need a backpack sprayer, and an ATV does great pulling a drag, or even just a weed eater. I mean, I've done them with a lot less equipment, but a tractor sure is nice.
Jake, that one's for you, bud.
Yeah, we do have dealers. Yep. So we've got some dealers across the country, and we're definitely open to picking up some more. So yeah, send me an email, jake@itcquickattach.com.
If I was a good host, I'd already have that like loaded up here where I could just pop it up, but I'm not.
That's all right. It's all over the website.
That's
if
right.
we were really good hosts, we'd have like a drum roll or like some kind of cool dramatic music, because Chad has decided which he would like.
Right there.
I was right. He does have the saw boss. Good deal.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay, so this one's off the table.
All right, good deal. I'm gonna keep that screen back here so we can always come back to it when we pull the next one.
So does everyone have to type in Homestead Live again, or is it already in there?
If you haven't typed in hashtag Homestead Live, you're not going to win the white saw haul. That thing's saw balls. Sorry.
I won't yell at you.
Hey, it's too many. It's just it's too many different variations. Chainsaw holder. How about that?
That works.
So let's see here. Scotland's national anthem is the unicorn. A mythical creature might seem like an odd choice, but the unicorn has been the symbol of Scotland for centuries, representing purity and power. I don't know where I get these.
What's your web search look like, Tony?
Yeah, what's your source?
Listen, what
unicorns,
I've been playing with
tractors.
I've been playing with Chat GPT, and I just said, give me 10 useless facts, and that's what it come up with. And we're assuming that it's true. It's on the internet, so it's probably got to be true.
So I've been doing something fun lately. I may add real quick, just to change things up a little bit. I have been freeze drying like a madman. These are strawberries. They're freeze-dried.
They're not berries, though. We just found that out. They're not berries.
Well, and that's actually pretty good segue. So if anyone out there is a freeze dryer, I have been freeze drying everything. I thought about freeze drying the cat, but the kids would have gotten mad. But I mean, this is like, it's legit. Like, this is food storage. You never know when you need to have food storage. And I'm a freeze drying madman these days.
We have one as well. I would say I'm not a prepper, but I kind of am. We've probably got, I don't know, 2 years worth of freeze dried food. So if the poop hits the fan, come to my house. We're going to eat good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the hard thing, is that, I can't see Jesus ever turning someone away if they were hungry. And I hear people say, well, I'll just shoot somebody. My neighbor comes over. Nah, we wouldn't do that. We want to be prepared and hopefully have a little bit of overflow to help other people. No, this stuff is like, it's just fun. I don't know. I'm super into that right now. I don't know even know why I brought up. You said strawberries, and I had this over here because I was going to actually snack on some of those things. But it's just.
Who else got a freeze dryer? You got a freeze dryer, Jake?
No, I do not.
So we got one about 2 years ago, and I'm pretty sure that it's only been set still maybe a month out of the 2 years. It's pretty much run nonstop for 2 years. You can freeze dry raw meat, and then 25 years later, you can open it up, add water, and it's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah. So they'll around about. I have a Harvest Right freeze dryer, and La Rivera, yes, freeze dried Skittles are phenomenal. And Kevin, these are not homegrown. I actually I have probably 10 of these things because for some reason this year was a bumper crop of strawberries, and Costco had these things, like massive 3-pound things of strawberries for like $3, literally. Like, it was so cheap. You just get them, slice them up, and then you can freeze them. And then when you're ready to freeze dry them, you just put them on the trays and freeze dry it. So I'm not sponsored by Harvest Right or anything. It's just, I'm just into it right now. And I think that, I think all of us are probably thinking a little bit more about, as Tony said, being a little prepared.
Yeah. Not preppers, not fanatical preppers, but maybe
self-sufficient.
Maybe a little fanatical. Who knows? Hey, this is my sister. My sister's in the house.
Debbie. Debbie is famous because she is a hat maker.
Well, she does embroidery of stuff on everything. So I'll tell you, I'm going to brag on her a little bit, Jake. You guys will probably get along because you both are creators. So she does like a lot of the embroidery work for reservations out west, like all the police officers, firemen. She made hats for she's made hats for Hank, and I think she's making some for you right now, right, Joe?
Yeah.
So she's so funny about it. Like if it's got a string hanging off of it, it's not leaving. It doesn't go out unless it's perfect. So,
well, I have, when I played football, I had to special order a helmet. It was like, and my coaches were like, "Oh, we have that." No, I wore I have a massive head, and Debbie and I have been trying to figure out hats that would actually fit that I would wear, which is why really I only wear like 2 or 3 different hats because I have a hard time finding them that will actually fit. Yes, I have a big head, Tony. Go ahead.
I didn't say it, man. I was thinking
it was right there.
I mean, I was right on the edge.
But like if I wear a fitted hat for me is an XXXL hat. Like I've got a massive melon, and it's just like even now, this thing is on the very last thing, but it fits, which is nice. So it's bad. You have a big head too, Jake?
Yep, I do. Now this is one of the, I think one size fits most hats from Richardson. They make an XL too, which I've got a few of, just not one with me. And that
so
one
Debbie's
fits
actually
nice.
ordered me some of those. So hopefully
those
that'll
are
work.
nice.
So I was jumped back over here on the website. We kind of got sidetracked. We get sidetracked very easily for some reason.
That happens
with stupid facts, and but we're kind of here to talk to you, and we've ended up on everything else. Well, talk us through this. Anything you want to click on while we're here?
So I think the big things on our website that people like the most are going to be our ITC system,
right,
and then the individual tractor protection that we offer.
And I'm telling you right now that you're the only one that does that. I don't know of any other company that offers protection. And if you guys are new, or if you're just getting on the live stream, what we're talking about is I'm in the woods constantly, and he is offering brush guard for TYM, Coyote, and Branson. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience, you need a brush guard because the front of my grill is a little bit crushed from a stick that got away from me. And then also this is a new product that he's come out with is skid plate protection. And I'm telling you right now, that is a game changer for the market, because you're going to, like these valves are a little bit exposed here. When we click on these are a little bit exposed. And I've been very careful and never damaged it, but I would feel a lot more comfortable
100%
having that out there. I think that's a really great asset to have on, because your tractor is expensive. And trust me, I backed into a tree with a 3-point hitch postal digger, and it pushed back up into the back of the 474 and broke the hydraulic valves off the back. And that was a $475 stupid tax I had to pay.
Well, you know that the bottom of a tractor takes a beating, because I know the oil pan on my big tractor, you just from bush hogging, I've worn all the paint off of that thing to where it's silver on the front of it. So I mean that would be, I think that's huge.
Jake, looking at this pan, how thick is this? What is it meant for? It's not gonna, like, you can't like drive over logs with it, but
so that's 3/16 plate, and I think every model is going to be a little bit different on what they can withstand. That one you're going to withstand quite a bit because you've got those 4 bends in that plate. So
right,
that's going to add quite a bit of strength, because we needed to drop that down. A lot of times we've got clearance to run straight across, but on that one we did not. So that was pretty strong.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have to drill holes, or is it bolt on?
So we don't have any skid plates at the moment that you need to drill any holes for. So we found sometimes creative mounting locations to get everything mounted. If you look at that one all the way on the right there. Yep. So, and this is what I mean by creative mounting locations. If you scroll through until you find that skid plate picture.
Okay. This is a 494. Oh, this is the whole package.
That's a big package. Yep. That's like a whole tractor's worth all the way around.
Yeah, but you look at that's a really decent price for that, for what you're getting.
So that's what's exposed.
This is exposed, and then Then this is an Easter egg. I don't.
You found the Easter egg. We put that there a while ago, and then told people on the website or on our Facebook page if they found the Easter egg before a certain amount of time, we would give them something for free. And I forgot to remove it.
So we're okay. This is it though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Are those cutouts for oil changes? And
if you scroll down, Tony, there should be another listing for just the skid plate, so you'll be able to find that.
There it is. Yeah, 'cause that's impressive. I see already just by that quick picture that right here you have the a way to change the filters.
Yeah, there's an access cover there.
And then this access cover at the back is that an access cover? Or it's just
so that's tying two plates together. We made the plate a little bit smaller so they're easier for people to manage and handle.
That's true. They're probably heavy.
But when it gets that big, they are. Yeah. Each one of those plates, I think, is like 60 or 65 pounds, something along those lines.
Right. So that's some sizable protection there. And this is for the 574 and the 494. And those are definitely tractors that are going to be in the woods for sure. So what else we got here? Is anything else you want to talk about? I'll tell you one thing right here real quick. This little grab handle. I didn't think it would be that big a deal. But I absolutely love that grab handle. And then I put that on the T25. And then the footsteps for the T20. You guys have got the T25. This step right here is amazing.
I noticed the 2515 does not have a step on the right-hand side of the tractor, which multiple times I tried to climb on the what you'd call the passenger side.
That's a no-no, man. I'm going to tell OSHA on you.
You can tell him.
There we go. I'm telling you, the step and for the T20, because let's say I got two knee replacements. I'm 55 and I'm no spring chicken. And the step and the handle, when I got them and put them on, I was like, I'm not sure if it's worth the investment, but absolutely it is. And now I don't even, I bounce on the tractor with ease. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've hit the step a little bit, and it didn't bend it or anything. It's just pretty solid. Got a sold here. Sold. Yeah, somebody's gonna buy something from me.
Awesome.
All right, we are 52 minutes into this live because I actually pushed the live stream button live at 7:00 this time and didn't wait 8 minutes because last week I did a live and I had one job was to push the go live button and I messed that up. Okay, good question right here for you.
That's a great question.
Sure. So we currently have a TYM 3515 in the shop. We've got a fuel tank cover, skid plate, and hydraulic oil cover, hydraulic valve guard coming out for that one. And then we've got a 5520 or a 4820 or one of those two. We've got one of those that's going to be going in next.
So we're not going to pick on our you can't pick on your competitors, but Chad can.
Our customers can do whatever they would like.
Right.
I've made it a point to not talk bad about anyone, and I think that's just a good moral thing to do.
Well, it says a lot about you.
I think Chad may be Jake's buddy, and we just don't know it. Like they hang out on weekends. Like
he's actually
Chad
in the other room.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chad. that was a good setup though. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing with you, Chad.
I remember this. We actually had this conversation that's a good idea. Wade there with the PTO swing covers because like some of the John Deeres, when you're going to put the PTO on the back of the tractor, it's so easy because you can flip the PTO protecting cover up and you can get to it. Where on like the TYMs, they're rigid. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I took both of mine off, and I would rather have that on there. I would rather have that protection, but I took it off because it's so narrow, and to get both of my hands on there and push the button, it's hard. It's not hard on big tractors. The smaller tractors are much more difficult because there's just not enough room.
So the first time you get a PTO, sorry about that.
Go ahead.
The first time you get a PTO shaft that's frozen and stuck on there, you're gonna wish that cover flipped up though.
Right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. What he's saying is you need to make some of those for TYM. Another product possibility right there.
I'll talk to the insurance agent.
There you go.
Start playing around with PTO covers.
I can see that. Yeah, the liabilities aren't
real. See.
Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry I cut you off again.
It's okay. No, it's all right. Yeah, Kevin said report him to OSHA. Yeah, I'll get you back for that one, Tony. Any idea or any like plans for skid steers? Like I know that there's some companies out there that make forestry kits for a skid. I have an SVL 97 that we've had for like 2 months, and that is a big investment. Like it is an expensive machine. And if you're going to use brush mulchers or you're going to use anything like that, you really want to have something that's going to be protecting it, right? I mean, any plans for that kind of stuff?
So I'm going to say no. And the reason is kind of one thing at a time. And there's a lot of the tractor market that we haven't really gotten into. So I think that we're sticking with where we are, at least at the moment. And the other thing is, like you said, there's companies out there building them, and I try to fill the need where there isn't currently companies building products.
Well, you've got it
for the most part.
With your skid plates and your protection packages, you've got that market right now. And I'll say this too, if you look at the market density, there's probably 15 small tractors to every one skid steer, or maybe more. So
yeah.
The other thing is going to be use. How many guys need a protection package on a skid steer versus something on a tractor? A lot of those skid steers are in dirt where they don't need that big forestry package.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hank needs it. Hank gets his stuck all the time.
Well, my tractor, by the way, Jake, that's coming from TYM that'll be here by this time next week. It's a 5520. So
cool.
I'd be very interested. If you need measurements or anything like that, or you need any kind of like, grill guard inside measurements, happy to share.
Just little test fitting stuff.
Hey man, I'm here. I'm trying to help an American business, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you out.
No, we'll definitely get you some stuff.
Well, I'm not lobbying for free stuff. I think that I love what you're doing, and I want to do this the right way. Like I did a video a while back on, the mistakes I've made when I bought my first tractor, and how I tried to be very frugal and very, quite frankly, cheap about it. And it ended up causing me more frustration and more money in the long run, rather than just like, all right, get your tractor set up. Like today, I know the tractor's coming, so I went ahead and bought a hydraulic top link, because I'll never have a machine without a hydraulic top link again, because I just love them. A quick hitch, which to me, a quick hitch is like one of the handiest things in the world. I know some people love them, some people hate them. I love them. I think they work really well. So those are just kind of things, like I want to get all the stuff set up, and I also want to make sure that I don't put something through the front of that radiator. So
Linda, if you already don't have the handle, look at the handle too. I'm telling you, because I just grab that handle, jump on the tractor. I don't think about it anymore with the step there and that handle. I don't think about it. And me having both of my knees replaced, it's something before that height of taking that step that high was hard. It's pretty, the T25 and the 264 are both pretty high off the ground, even though they're small tractors. And that step is a big deal. And then having that handle just to grab a hold to is pretty awesome. So
Linda's 5'2". We may need 2 steps for her.
All right.
She'll be okay. It sits down pretty low for her.
Yeah. It's a game changer for people like me that's got, some disability, and then also for people that are vertically challenged. Joe, he's what, you're like 6'5", 6'12", something like that.
I'm like 5'4" and a half.
Whatever. He just steps over the tractor and straddles it and sits down. And,
no, if you want to see something funny, you put me on the backhoe of that 2515H.
That is funny. Yeah, that's definitely got some room for improvement there.
Yeah, the
Army
legs are
needs,
like hanging over
right.
the outriggers.
Army needs. That's exactly what happened there. Army needs. So if you look here, I went ahead and put the website here. If you're interested in any of that stuff, again, we're not sponsored by him. We don't get any money for this. I met Jake about a year ago now, and we've just developed a good friendship, and he's got great products. I'm just saying he's got really good products. You'll be proud to put it on your tractor. Like the installation of the, I think I did a little video where I installed the front brush guard on. It's literally like drilling 2 holes and putting 3 bolts or 4 bolts in, and you're done. It's literally it takes longer to take it out of the box than it does to put it on. It really does. So let's see.
One thing I can say about Jake real quick is I know I could tell Jake loves tractors, and I think that just about everyone in this in this live stream loves tractors. I mean, that's the thing, is that they're part of our lives.
We still got 47. We're getting towards the end of this, but I got to ask about these pictures, man. That's who is that in there?
So that's my friend Harrison.
Right.
That was quite the project. So we brought that log forwarder down to remove that tree from the lake, and it had fallen on a dock in a boat. I'm currently in the middle of working on putting together a full video on that we're gonna post on a YouTube channel. I'm not sure what YouTube channel yet, but we're gonna make a video for it.
I think here's another picture of the. I don't see the boat, but definitely on the dock.
You can see the canopy all the way in the top of the picture.
Oh yeah, right up here, right here.
Wow. Man, trees, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Trees are like 90% of the work on a big piece of property has to do with trees.
What about this? What are we seeing here?
So that's I don't know if there's a before picture in there or not. There might be, but essentially back behind my house, it was all overgrown, whole bunch of sticks. That's what it started like. So I'm in my Kubota there with a brush hog, just going through and knocking whatever I can down, and yeah, that's what it looks like after. That was a couple day weekend project.
Very nice, very nice.
What do you have on the front of that Kubota? Did you have a rotary cutter, or do you have a brush mulcher?
So the Kubota that I was brush mulching or brush cutting with was just a 3-point hitch, 8 foot. I think it's an 8-foot brush hog.
Okay.
That Kubota in the picture, that skid steer, at the time I think probably had a grapple on it. So we had a few different pieces of equipment there. We had the little blue New Holland tractor with a York rake. That Kubota skid steer was swapped back and forth between a grapple and a dirt bucket. And then we had a Doosan 140 excavator with a Encon tilt rotator and a couple buckets and a grapple.
That's a fun weekend.
All right, so we're coming to the end of this, and I think we need to do the last giveaway. I almost forgot about it. So what are we giving away this time?
So that's going to be the one-of-a-kind white fixed mount chainsaw carrier.
All right. Hold it up for us so we can see it. This is cool. I want to win this. Wait, I can't win that. That would be wrong.
You could win it.
This would be wrong.
Tony, did you ever tell the story about how you won a chainsaw in Maine and then didn't get it?
Oh, so
no,
yeah,
actually, you won one of these.
Yep.
So we gave away 5 of those in Maine, and Tony's name was drawn, and we had to throw it out because he instructed me that he put the name in there, but he didn't want it if he was drawn.
And actually won it. I was like, how crazy is that? All right, so let me
like
go ahead.
600 entries.
And what's the odds, really? 1 in 600, I guess.
1 in 600.
Look,
man,
that weekly county math. That weekly county math is awesome.
I'll tell you, smartest man in Paris, Tennessee, right there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and throw this screen up here, and we're still right where we were. Here we go, and I'm going to go up here and push draw again for our second winner. How many people we got on the? We still got 49. So you guys have hung around. If you're not on here, you don't get it. There we go. Draw again. Here we go. Come on, Tony's Tractors Adventure.
Kevin Fee.
How about that?
My God.
Buddy. That's my
All right.
buddy right there. Outstanding.
Kevin asked a question earlier about back-ordered products. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I saw him in there.
I hope he's still in. Kevin, are you still here, buddy?
You need a crickets making noise. A little sound effect you can throw in.
We could always get, play some music, Joe.
He's still here. There he is. He said he loves us. We love you too, buddy.
That's right. That's awesome. So, Kevin, same for you, buddy, or you can just text me. So his son is starting a YouTube channel, and Kevin reached out to me for some tutelage. And that's how we've met, just through his son starting a YouTube channel. We've started talking to each other about, I don't know, a month ago. And he's been on a lot of our lives and made a lot of comments on our videos. And we just kind of fostered a friendship. And that's how this community kind of works. But again, Kevin, you can either text me and give me your address and everything, and I'll get it to Jake, or you can go on my Tony's Tractor Adventure and push the Tony'sTractorAdventure.com and go to the contact page and put your information there, and I'll get it either way.
So,
And then Kevin, if you still have a question about back orders, you can email me. I'll be happy to answer that.
That's
I
right.
got some questions on when Hank is coming back on the channel. He's already been on the live. We need to bring him back.
Yep. He was my guinea pig. There you go. Yeah, I won't pay his fee for coming. You know, he's kind of a big deal, and if you don't believe he is, just ask him. He'll tell you.
My fee's pretty low, so that's how I got to co-host the show.
I had to send gifts.
Yeah, he did. That was so nice of you, man. That was really, really nice.
Well, I figured, you know, you get invited to somebody's house for dinner, you bring a bottle of wine or bring some kind of gift. So I was invited onto your live podcast stream here, so I figured I'd send you something.
Yeah, I'm kind of cheap. I'd have brought like Cheetos or something.
Here's the thing, man. Like, this is what's so cool about this is that I'm just showing it again. Is that and it's metal. You know, clearly some time went into this, and you know, Jake, I haven't been doing this for 10, 15 years like a lot of other folks have. I've been doing it for about 4 years, and it's just watching something that your family started together, and like coming up with the logo and doing all those different things, and then seeing it in tangible form. I don't see my logo in tangible form a whole lot, making some hats and do stuff like that. But that hit me, man. That was really cool. That was like, oh my gosh, we're doing this. So, even being on these lives and all the folks that are so kind and nice. I mean, I was still kind of new at this, and that was really cool, like getting that. So it's special, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm really glad you like it. I had to make a little twist to the design on your logo. Sorry about that.
No,
it's going to be
I love it,
large and boxy.
I think it's awesome, man. I'm very, very grateful on that thing. I mean, I want to say the rest of my life, but that seems kind of dramatic. So I'm very grateful. It's going to go up above my head wherever I end up doing the live thing, and you're going to get lots of screen time because of it. And someone asked if I fix the backhoe seat on the 2515H. I don't know how to do that. If you have, was that our buddy Subine Valley? I think he asked me that. And man, if you know how to do that, reach out to me and like let's figure out how to make it to where I'd actually fit on that backhoe.
We can do it. It just needs. Jake just needs to make an adapter for the 2515, which actually is.
That's a smart idea.
It's a 2515, the 3515, the 3015, 3515, all the way up to the 4815. Before TYM bought Branson out, that was a system where the seat is very. Let's just say it's made for.
Oompa Loompas?
Not vertically challenged, or vertically challenged people will fit fine, but people, I mean, it was hard for me to get on the 2515, the backhoe. When I made my video, I love that about TYM being our sponsor. They don't care. They want us to just say the truth. And I know that seat in future iterations will be addressed. It's already being fixed, but they've already made, they've made 10,000 of those tractors. So, it's coming to market the way it is. And when all those tractors sell out, well, the new versions, a year from now, when they finally get to the sales floor, they'll be addressed. But there's a whole lot of 2515s that the seat is literally, what do you say, Joe, 1.5 inches away from the controls?
Buddy, all I know is that when I sit on it, you laugh at me.
Yeah,
that's not.
Well, when I sit on it, I pointed it out in the video, so that's another option. There's a lot of people out there would probably buy that an adapter that would raise the seat up 4 inches taller and 4 inches back. It would dramatically change the comfort of that, because the backhoe, now all seriousness, the backhoe is a digging fool. I mean, it is a great digger. I dug a lot of the cabin's build site out. I mean, we moved probably, I would say we probably moved 150 tons of dirt with that backhoe. So it digs. There's no doubt about the tractor being a digger, but it was very uncomfortable. With my knees were in my chest.
When you talk about the backhoe, it seems like dogging that machine, and from being ambassadors for TYM, they don't ask us to say anything nice. Nope. I mean, they just use the machine, let your audience see it, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I mean, when I sit when I climbed on it, I couldn't hide the fact.
You're supposed to. I mean, that they don't tell us like, hey, why did you sit? There's none of that. But one thing I do want to say that's nice about that machine is that I didn't think I was on a 25 horsepower machine. Like, I was surprised. Now I know Tony and I talk a lot about it because Tony has a ton of experience with these, all these models. And I just told him, I was like, man, I didn't feel like I was operating a 25 horsepower machine at all. It's spacious, it's big, it's sturdy. There's no, it doesn't feel like you're light in the seat, but the PTO power is going to be where I probably notice it the most.
Yeah, I mean it's a 5-foot implement tractor.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify though, the seat on the front of the tractor, it's got
that's great.
It's got so much room that when it's all the way to the back, I can't touch the pedals. So
I was going to make a comment about that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of room on that platform.
It's my buddy Capper.
That's the irony of it all, is that the front seat has got more than adequate room, and the back seat on the backhoe has got it's very condensed is the best word I can think of. And there's no reason for it to be that way, because there's so much room for it, for it to be further back. It's just, it's one of the ones that makes me scratch my head.
It almost feels like the seat should like swivel around. Like you just have one seat that locks and swivels around, almost like a loader would do. That's
going to change the tractor for what it is. Most of the tractors are going to have a lot of fuel tanks or lifting components back there, where your tractors that are actually meant to be excavators, they're built to be that way. They're not Swiss Army knives.
Makes sense.
I just so happen to have a 3515 of the backhoe at the shop, so I'll check out that seat tomorrow.
Yes, you'll see. Try to get on it. You'll be like, what?
Send us a picture.
Send us a picture. In all seriousness, I mean, TYM they bought branch out, and that was the way it was. Here we go. Got one more quick question here. Let's see, last minute question. Any thoughts about making canopies, or is that market already filled? I have a L2501. I'll say there's a lot of people already making canopies. I don't know if that would be something you'd be interested in or not.
Well, the canopy is going to be something you want to be light, right? You don't want to be putting something super heavy up there, and it's really a fiberglass or fabric makes generally a better canopy. If I was to fabricate one out of steel, that would be a bit much. Be more of a roof than a canopy.
Right, and it's going to change your center of gravity, and if you're, that's a big deal when you're out in the woods.
It'd be dangerous too. That bracket breaks.
True.
It's a lot of weight above your head.
Oh my goodness! Look at there.
Oh, Nathan came in. Hey, Nathan, sorry, man. Hank bounced right before you did that.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, man, it's so much fun talking to somebody who loves tractors, who loves equipment, who, your story's awesome, and being a business that, your customers. It's a pleasure getting to know you and really get to know your company, and clearly the people in the audience or in the comment section. I mean, people really respect what you're doing, man. You're building a great company. So congrats.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys having me on. And
it
was kind of a last minute thing. I think I was on the phone with Tony for something else. I think it was about a YouTube video editing style idea. And he was like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? Like a week from now or so, So
that's the way it works, man. Well, you got a good product, and it just kind of come to my mind at that time. It was like, you got a great product line, and I think a lot of people want that. I want to give one more of these useless pieces of information, and this is really useless, but it's intriguing. Cows have best friends. Studies show that cows form close bonds with other cows and experience stress when separated from them. Who knew? Useless information.
That's really great information coming from somebody who's been on the carnivore diet for like 2 years.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, there's some stress.
How many cows have you separated from their friends?
I've stressed. I've been a carnivore for 2 years, so I've stressed some cows out for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna cut this thing off. We're already 13 minutes overdue. But if you guys got any last questions for Jake from ITC Quick Attach, I went ahead. I'll do it again real quick. I'll go ahead and paste the website right here. So if you got any questions, or if you want to see what he got for your tractor, click that link and go check it out. He's a great dude. Like I said, we're not sponsored. We don't get nothing for this. He's just our friend. And he's like, hey, come on. And I got to ask one question. What's the chicken about, man, in the background?
It's a rooster, right?
Well, it still falls into the chicken category.
Yeah, it's definitely a rooster. I wanted a colored logo for back there, an ITC logo. and it was going to be a little expensive, and I wanted some kind of color, and I was scrolling through Amazon on little neon lights, and that popped up, and it made me chuckle, and I said, you know what, I like it. So it was like $35, so I ordered it and hung it on the wall.
Hey, thank you, Capper. I appreciate that more than you guys know. The price that I filled my truck up today, and and then I went and sold some blood. So thank you so much. So
Well, I appreciate everybody.
Any last questions? Any last questions? We're going to call it.
Everyone's saying good night. Everyone's going to bed.
I think so, man. We're 15 minutes overdue. Jake, thank you so much for the sign. That's amazing. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know you work full time and take time out of your day to come here and spend with us just jacking our jaws and having to put up with Joe. I mean, that's
Sorry,
that in itself is.
I've enjoyed Joe's company.
Yeah, not mine.
I don't know if I'll be back if you're here hosting, Tony, but if Joe's here, I'll come back.
That's right.
Thank you, Jake.
Absolutely.
Love you, brother. Love you both.
See y'all.
God bless. Appreciate you watching our channels. And this is again, check out ITC Quick Attach. And I'm gonna figure out how to turn this thing off. God bless. Have a great night.